dream killers. Dream killers is an often used word that can describe people, situations, events that may happen. Sometimes it's internal, sometimes it's external. However, dream killers is a topic that we're going to discuss in this video. So stay tuned. My name is Olivia, and I am the owner of Healing and Movement. So thank you for tuning in today. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll know when I have new videos come out. Because I try to do them at least once or every week, at least Sundays mainly. But nevertheless, welcome to my channel. So today's topic, if I can talk, today's topic is about dream killers. As I've said that it's a term that we can use for individuals, situations, mindsets, internal mindsets, and sometimes they're often hidden, and sometimes they're actual, you can see it in your face. However, it prevents you from actually achieving the goal and the dream that you have for yourself. So here are a few dream killers if you were ever wondering, like, well, is this really a dream killer, or maybe it's just, something else. So number one dream killer, negative people. You know that person where you have a dream and you're like, man, I want to do this, that, and the other, and I just got this, and God told me to do that. And you have the individual that literally will say everything negative that they possibly can, to the point where you're saying, I know God told me to start this business, or I know God told me to go to school. And they say, Christian said that he was gonna go to school and this happened to him, and I mean everything negative they have created a whole movie of why you can't achieve your goal and your dream. So stay away from negative people because they are dream killers, and unfortunately a lot of times they're your family members. As quiet as it's kept, literally as quiet as it is kept, they are family members. Sometimes your own parents. And they do the best that they can, but sometimes your parents can be the very people that kill your dream. So, number one dream killer, negative people. Please stay away from them. Get you surrounded by some positive people that's going in the same direction as you going. If you want to be a business owner, start talking to people that want to be business owners. There are like a numerous amount of coaches. There's people that will mentor you, and sometimes they do it for free. But get around a group of supportive people, even if it's one or two. Even if it's watching a whole bunch of YouTube people. Like myself, creators. Join a group. If you can't physically actually have people that are going to speak in your life positive, guess what? Hi, I'll do it for you. No questions asked. I will speak in your life. And I will tell you, if God told you to do it, you better do it, okay? If that's your dream and your aspiration, you better go do it. So stay away from negative people. I get it. You like, where's my mom and my husband and my sister and da-da-da-da? Learn how to create healthy boundaries. Learn how to create healthy boundaries. Some topics you can't talk to them about. Some topics you just have to stay surface in. A lot of times when I have people that I know that are very negative in my life, and I deal with them with the long handle spoon, and they hold certain titles. So I know what topics to talk to these individuals about versus talking about everything. I may just talk about surface things. I don't talk to them about things that matter to me. Some things that may be just simple, how you doing, talk of, what's going on with the kids or whatever the case may be. And I'm saying, stay away from negative people, but if they're your parents and your siblings and spouses and all that stuff, it's kind of hard to stay away from them. But you can create healthy boundaries. There's topics that you just can't talk to with this person about, so do so. Find topics that y'all can talk about. And the things that really matter to you, don't talk to them. Don't talk to them about it. Stay away from negative people. Create those healthy boundaries. Self-doubt and fear. A lot of times we self-sabotage our own dreams. The dream that God could have given you could be huge, could be like out of this world. And you're like, God, I don't even know if I have the mental capacity to be able to do it. I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the wisdom. And so the enemy creates fear, doubt. You start questioning, like, did you really hear from God? But do not allow him to do that. If God told you that that's what you needed to do, and that's what he had you put on this earth for, keep fighting through it. The Bible says God has not given you a spirit of fear. So if you're fearful, you already know doggone well that ain't you, and it sure didn't come from God. Okay? So, with that being stated, do not allow fear to stop you from getting what you need to get, because a good portion of the time that dream, that hope, that assignment that God gave you, 9 times out of 10, it's the very thing that's going to push you to the next dimension, to financial freedom, to generational wealth. So do not allow fear, self-sabotage, and doubt to stand in the way of you being able to have the life that God predestined you to have. Number 3 dream killer, lack of resources. A lot of times people will look at the resources that they need to be able to achieve a certain goal, and they'll say, oh, I don't have the resources, so I can't do this at all. And they will literally stop doing it. Not even look at research, or not even try to at least figure out a way to maybe say, okay, well, if I can't, the dream that I have is really huge, so what can I do? Can I look up business grants? Can I be a government contractor? Can I work a full-time job and keep just putting money aside? God, what can I do? Some people will look at that and say, well, I don't have the support system, I don't have the finances, and just stop. And literally will be dying inside every single day. And their excuse is, oh, well, I don't have the money to do that. If I had the money, I will open up the restaurant. If I had the money, I will open up the barbershop. Sometimes you can start small. You don't necessarily have to start with a restaurant. You can start with catering. You can start cutting people hair in your home. There's multiple ways that you can do it with little to no finances. It's just that you have to say, I'm not going to allow anything to kill my dream. And that includes lack of resources. Like, you could sit up here and cut somebody's hair and take pictures of it, and God can send people your way, and you cut somebody's hair that's like a superstar or whatever. You don't know what God can do, but you at least have to try. But anywho, dream killer. A lot of people will use lack of resources to not achieve their dreams. And I like this one. Fake friends. You will literally have people in your corner that will claim, oh, we homies, we ride and dies, we cool, like this my homegirl from back in the way. And literally, they will be your enemy and you don't even know it. Okay? They are literally waiting to stab you in the back. They will sit up here and be the negative person and your fake friend at the same time. You'll come up with a goal, or you'll come up with a business plan, they'll try to do it. Or you sitting up here saying, this is what you're going to do, and you're going to take this time out and pray and ask God what you should put in your business plan, they'll magically have a crisis. Or you'll say, I'm saving up this money to do this, they'll have an emergency and need your money. This is why I go back to healthy boundaries, okay? Say it with me. Healthy boundaries. This is why we ask God for discernment and ask him and say, God, if I have people in my life that don't mean me well, expose them so I can get rid of them. Because who needs fake friends? Who need people that are waiting for you to fall? No, we already got to fight Satan. We already got spiritual warfare. We don't need the human agents that call themselves our friend. So this is why you pray when somebody comes in your life or they start showing signs that's really questionable. And you know what, as crazy as it is, sometimes you don't even know that that's a fake friend. You will have a friend in your life that will be your friend for decades. And I do mean decades at a time. And that person can't stand your forever in the day guts until a situation happens, and that's when you find out that's your friend, that's not your friend. That person has literally been hating on you, that has been competing with you for decades, and they finally show their true colors. So my best thing I would say is ask God for discernment. Ask God that if they have friends, family members that I hang around that don't mean me good, expose them. And give me the strength to be able to walk away. Because it's cool, we can all say like, oh yeah, get rid of your fake friends, get rid of them. But let's say your fake friend been somebody that's seen you through, war and time after again. You seen your downfalling and your uprising and your downfalling again. And they have been your friend. You like, this my sister from around the way and all this other stuff. And they really pretty much so, low-key, have literally been competing with you. Like they see you as competition. And you wouldn't know it until something crazy happens. So before something crazy happens, ask God to expose any and everybody that's a fake friend. Number 5, unrealistic expectations. And I know this one to be very, very well. In my previous video, I said that I started a business in 3 months with no business plan or nothing. I just figured that I was just gonna go ahead and do it and it was gonna blossom. Now I did have sales and people did buy my stuff, but I went through a lot of pain and hurt because I didn't have the proper preparation. And I had really, really, really high expectations, and I hadn't did the work. So don't be like me. Don't sit up here and say like, oh, I'm gonna go to college and I'm gonna finish in 1 year when you know it's a 4-year program. Let's be real. Let's just be real, okay? It's a 4-year program. So if it's a 4-year program, you might be able to, if situations are easy, you might be able to do it in 3 years, 3.5 years. But set a plan for yourself so that you can achieve those goals. And you can also put in plan A and plan B and what are some possible obstacles. That's why I'm an advocate of SMART goals. Because you do SMART goals, you will be able to make them goals measurable and a time that you can do them. And the R in SMART goals is realistic. Is the goal that you're setting for yourself realistic? And a lot of times, a lot of people, it's not. You got this umption and this desire to do X, Y, and Z. And when it don't turn out the way you want it to, you like, forget it, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. Plans off, it's over. And sometimes that's a dream killer. Because you felt as though that you can do this in this short time frame. And when it doesn't happen, that literally kills your whole motivation and reason for even doing it. That is a pitfall. Do not get caught in that trap. Structure your goals. SMART goals. Set realistic goals and time frames for you to actually achieve that goal. Just don't sit up here and do like I did, say I'm gonna start a business and don't have a lick of a business plan to even go after to know what you're doing. No structure. No nothing. Just go ahead and I'll figure it out when I get there. Don't do that. Please don't be like me. Don't do it at all. Unrealistic expectations is a dream killer. Oh. Let God lead you. Invite him in your goals. Invite him in every aspect of your life so that you can know if this person really is for you, or they're in competition with you, or they're a dream killer. Letting God leave you will demolish all the dream killing. Seriously, they're gonna come. But when God leads you, he'll tell you, don't believe that. Stay away from that person. Have a realistic goal. This business that I have, I wanted to launch in a certain date, but I couldn't because God told me to launch later on. And I was mad, and I was like, really, is that you, God? But the more and more things start happening in life, I start seeing, okay, that's why he told me to launch in August. So, Healing and Movement will be a launch officially August 8th. So stay tuned. But I hope this video has helped you. I hope this video has gave you a good understanding of what dream killers are and how to avoid them, and how to let God lead you into achieving your goals and aspirations. And I pray that my testimony has helped you. So, like, subscribe to the channel, share it with anybody who could possibly need this video. We are trying to get this channel to one of the best coaching channels, Christian coaching channels ever. I need your help. So, may God bless you. I will see you in the next video. Walk in peace, not in pieces. God bless.